So by now, you might have heard some of the few things about the Flip 3, like it is a phone that can be recommended to everyone. It is a phone that can be used as a daily driver. It is a phone that is priced reasonably. Ross and Rachel were on break. Oh, sorry, my bad. Now, all the things that I just said, they are true, but still this is one of the few phones that will test your priority to the very core.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one.
So right out of the bat, the Galaxy Z Flip 3 is one of the most exciting phones right now. But the important question is it a good phone? Now in my opinion, a good phone is not the one who has the best specs or the best features or the best design, cameras, hardware. A good phone is the one that makes you feel good while using it. A good phone is the one that makes you smile when you use it. To put it simply, a good phone is the one that you enjoy using it every single day. And it's not just about one or two features that define whether the phone is good or not. It's the number of other things that have to work together to deliver that ultimate enjoyable experience. And my overall experience of using the Galaxy Z Flip 3 has been kind of neutral. I don't hate the phone by any means, but I don't feel excited using the phone either. Now, I'm all about on the trend of folding phone. As a matter of fact, I've been using the Galaxy Z Fold 2 as my daily driver for the past 1 year. So when I made a switch to the Galaxy Z Flip 3, I was super excited. But after using the phone for 3 weeks now, it's not for me. And it might not be for you if you are expecting the phone to blow you away beyond its exciting design. Now, I'm completely aware that one of the main reasons to buy the Galaxy Z Flip is to experience that whole vertical flip motion. But one other thing that you also need to keep in mind is that this is not your ultimate target. This is not why you're buying this phone, just to flip open and close the phone. Your ultimate target is to have an amazing time while using the phone, which is to consume multimedia content, playing games, watching videos, scrolling on the internet, and having this awesome performance and smooth user experience. The important thing is that the folding display, the folding mechanism, and the hinge, they don't have that much impact on our daily multimedia consumption. It is just an exciting and attractive medium to access those content. Imagine the Galaxy Z Flip 3 with the same hinge, same display, same mechanism, but the laggy and buggy software that hangs all the time. Now, the most important part of a folding phone when it comes to hardware is the hinge. And because of the hinge and its component, one area of the phone that gets massively affected is the battery. So the 3300 mAh battery on any phone with lower price could have been okay, but for a phone that costs $1,000 or $1,600 here in Australia, it's pretty disappointing. During my normal use, I've been getting 4 to 4.5 hours of screen on time, and during my heavy use, like playing games, even on an earphone, I'm getting around 3 hours of screen on time. If this was any other regular smartphone, I could have simply said the phone has a smaller battery, the phone won't last all day, and you need to charge it frequently, the end. But this isn't a regular smartphone. This is one of the coolest phones in the market with an incredible performance thanks to the Snapdragon 888 and 8 gigs of RAM. The phone just flies with absolutely zero lag. But because all the headline has been taken away by the design, the folding display, the hinge, the awesome performance kind of goes under the radar. Apart from the incredible performance, the Flip delivers one of the smoothest experience thanks to the stunning and beautiful 6.7-inch 120Hz 2x dynamic AMOLED ultra-thin glass display with a narrow aspect ratio of 22:9. This display is hands down one of the best. Any type of content on this display looks incredible. Because of the aspect ratio, the display is a little bit narrow than other display with similar size, but it's not that big of a deal. Other than that, there is a crease in the middle, and because of the nature of the display, the location of the hinge and design, I feel the crease all the time, especially when I'm scrolling up and down in the social media. Again, not a big deal. You will eventually get used to it. And also the crease is kind of visible at a certain angle, similar to previous folding phone. And depending on the wallpaper, it can get blurred or it can get very prominent. So if you buy this phone, trust me, the experience of using this phone is so awesome that the last thing you want to do is leave it on the table and don't use it because you want to save some battery. Especially when you're outside, either you're going to have to carry the power bank or the extra charger, or you're going to have to limit yourself and what you are doing on the phone. And my issue with the phone is, what is the point of folding a normal 6.7-inch phone in a small compact form factor when you are utilizing the extra space you saved in carrying the charger or a power bank? However, the main reason I'm making such a big deal about the battery is because it has been the primary source of frustration for me while using the phone. Because the phone is so awesome that every time I pick it up, I become quickly invested in what I am doing, whether I'm playing games, watching videos, or browsing to the internet. And after a while, I will realize that the phone battery has gone down pretty quickly, which means I now have to force stop myself from doing what I was doing to help preserve the battery. In the beginning, the Galaxy Flip would be dead by 4 o'clock or even 3 o'clock in the evening. It was only I've started using the phone more carefully. I stopped using the phone for heavy gaming and watching videos for hours and hours. I was then able to take the phone until the end of the day. Until then, it was dead right in the middle of the day. I had to find the charge, I have to charge the phone, which was very, very frustrating. And since it was happening so consistently, I ended up giving up using all the heavy apps like playing games or watching videos on this phone altogether. And it basically killed the fun of using the phone. And if you're not using any of the heavy app, or if you're not consuming multimedia content for hours to satisfy, to get entertained, what is the point of having all that performance, all the power and all the display quality if you're not satisfied? And if you include the price factor, the feeling becomes even worse and you start questioning your purchase decision. I mean, for $1,600, I could have bought a brand new Galaxy S21 Ultra. That phone, compared to the Galaxy Flip 3, is a better phone by a mile. Now, if that's too much, I recently made a video on the Asus ROG Phone 5 a few months ago. Now, the ROG Phone 5 doesn't have the folding display, it doesn't have incredible camera, but apart from that, the ROG Phone 5 is the better phone than the Galaxy Z Flip 3 in majority of the department, and it costs half the Galaxy Flip. Now, apart from the battery, the one thing that disappointed me the most is the hinge. Now, I'm not talking about the quality of the hinge, I'm talking about the nature of the hinge. So when I was waiting for the phone to be delivered, I was super excited to recreate some of the classic flip phone action of flipping open and closing the phone with one hand. But since the hinge is more designed and focused toward creating the flex mode and using the phone like a laptop so you can take a selfie on a tripod or something like that, it was a disappointing experience. It is doable, but the amount of work and effort that needed to be done kind of neutralizes all the fun in the process. That because you have to give a jerk motion to flip open the phone with one hand. Now, it's not just about the work and effort. It's also about the fact that when you do that, it looks like you don't care or respect the device. Furthermore, in order to open the phone with one hand, I used to use my thumb to lift the cover display, and in doing that, I end up scratching the inside display with my thumbnail. In order to avoid all of that, now I use my both hands to flip open and close the phone, and it's just not a fun process anymore. Like, that was literally my #1 priority behind getting the device, and because of that, I don't have any more incentive to use the phone. Now, I personally believe the phone would have been better for me if it had that spring-load hinge like the one in the Huawei Mate X2 with the flip just right open to the very top. but it is what it is. So if you are like me who was expecting to recreate some classic flip phone action, then it will be a disappointing experience. But if you're someone who uses selfie camera a lot, then the flex mode is definitely gonna help you in that process, and it will help the phone sit like a laptop, so you don't need to bring a tripod to take a group selfie. Now talking about the selfie, there is a 10 megapixel selfie camera on the inside. It's good, there's nothing special, you get the job done. At the back there is a dual 12 megapixel camera setup. For a $1,600 phone, they will not blow your mind, but they are more than enough. The quality is definitely there. And for someone like me who only take pictures casually, sometimes when I'm going out, I love the end product. Now, one of the benefits of having a folding phone with a folding display is the versatility in the usability, especially when it comes to camera. So what I mean by that is you can use the main camera at the back to take high quality selfie. And in order to do that, there's a cover display on the outside that you can use it as a viewfinder. This 1.9-inch Super AMOLED display is okay. It's not too big to use an app, but it's big enough to carry out small activities like looking at times, taking selfie, receiving a phone call, and more. It is bright enough to use outside during the sunny day. And if you are curious, unlike the Galaxy Fold, it does not have app continuity, but you can continue the app from the widget on the cover screen into the inside screen. And furthermore, you can also customize the cover display with the wallpaper of your own choice. So coming to the earlier question, is it a good phone? Now, unfortunately for me, no, it's not. It is a great folding phone, but the compromises are far too many. So if you're someone who is willing to accept all the shortcomings, you're willing to make adjustments to use the device accordingly, by the way, for the price, you shouldn't be doing that, and the design is exactly what you're looking for, then yeah, you're gonna love how cool, unique, and stylish the phone is. Again, I said, it's gonna depend on individual, their choices, and their priority. So if you are thinking about buying the Galaxy Z Flip 3, my recommendation to you and my suggestion to you is prioritize your priority. That's been it. Thank you for watching. Hope you found the video helpful. Catch you guys soon.